Well, well, well. Oh, this poor thing. You're going through the ringer. Alright, where am I? Day 11. Oh, there we go. On the 11th day of AuTeasm, my well to me, a rooibos cinnamon apple. And it's got apple pieces, orange, ginger, cinnamon, turmeric, rose hips, black peppercorn loose, mango pieces, natural orange flavor, marigold flowers, which I've seen before. Don't know what they taste like, but they're in there. Natural mango flavor and no caffeine. Okay, time to make like an ointment and get topical. So I'm gonna make like Jimmy Carter's corpse and brew this one cold. No, wait, that's not right. No, this brew is gonna be like Jimmy Carter's corpse. It's cold. Oh my god, I just opened one of these earlier and it went fine. And now it's an insurmountable task. Yeah. The plan is fill this little tea bag up. I'm gonna throw the tea bag in my water bottle. I'm just gonna leave it there for the day. And then come back after a while. That's it. It's the... Oh god, I feel like I'm gonna spill this everywhere. Whew. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm doing it. I'm successfully pouring. Wow. That smells like rooibos and cinnamon and apple. Smells like a pie a little bit. Yeah, like from McDonald's. Not like a real pie. Alright, let's begin the steeping. Is this gonna work? In my head this works just fine, but... Oh yeah. Get in there. Hey! Oh my god, it's working. It's working! It's working! Okay. See you in, I don't know, a while. It's Jimmy Carter. He's kind of dead, huh? I said topical. This is coming out like months after he died, I feel like. But, you know, I guess you're gonna have to Carter out of here. You know? The body. They're going to have to cart it out of there for transport to a hole in the ground because he's dead. Hey, speaking of holes in the ground, that that's where old Jeremy Carver would put the peanuts of his peanut farm that he used to work on. You know, also his dead body. Ooh, stinky. He used to be pushing up peanuts, but now he'll be pushing up the daisies. Because he's dead. Looks like he finally bought the farm after all. Okay. Welcome to a little land after time, am I right? Called 48 hours later. Probably shouldn't cover my mouth while I speak, huh? It's called 48 hours later. It used to be called 6 hours later, but the audio was, you know, the opposite of good. They're gonna come up with a word for that someday, but until then, you know, I'm just gonna say the opposite of good. Thankfully, I didn't dispose of my little experiment. Although it does appear to have ruptured somewhat. But it's continued to steep, which is nice. Yeah. So now I get to drink this after about 2 days of cold brewing. Steeping. I don't know. Maybe brewing's the right term. Hey, you know, Jimmy Carter was born in Plains, Georgia. I'd say the only thing that's plain to me is that he's dead. Because he's dead. You know, Jimmy Carter used to be a Navy man, and he had to go back, you know, to the old family farm because his father was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. That would eventually kill him. So I guess he finally got to follow in his dad's footsteps after all, because they're both dead. Huh. You know, Jimmy Carter was a bit of an unknown when he ran for president. His opponents would often say, Jimmy who? Now they'd say, Jimmy who is dead. In response to this, the old Jamboree Celebration would say, my name is Jimmy Carter and I'm running for president. Now he would say, because he's dead. Got him. Hey, knock, knock. Whose is there? Not Jimmy Carter, because he's dead. Knock, 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 knock. Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter who? Jimmy Carter's dead. You know, the only knocking he'll be doing now is on heaven's door, because he's dead. Hey, let's take a little sip of this thing. What do we got? Ooh, it's very cinnamony. Oh, here you go, garbage truck foamers. You get a little bit of a prize there. Very cinnamony. Quite a bit of the earthy thing from the old rooibos. All right, let's use the thing. Is anyone gonna stop? I hate these things. All right. Nothing says good urban design like, you know, relying on the generosity and kindness of an automobile driver not to run you over. That makes sense. You know, in 1976, Jimmy Carter published his memoir titled, Why Not the Best? Now they'll have to call it, Why Not Late Arrest? Yeah, Sega does what Jim 10 don't. Live. The apple's a little duller right now. It's mostly cinnamon and rooibos. There's a faint bit of apple in there, but it's faint. It's not the opposite of faint. They haven't come up with a word for that yet either. Oh boy, garbage truck foamers, get it all today. During his presidency, there was a bit of an oil crisis, you know. People had to wait in long lines at the gas station, that sort of thing. And if they wait another couple million years, he'll finally solve the problem himself, because he'll sort of decompose and turn into oil, because he's dead. You know, Jiminy Carrot was a born-again Christian. That's ironic. You know, during his presidency, people often thought that old Jermaine Corpser was in over his head. They're certainly right about that now, because he's dead. You know, Jimmy Carter used to work on the submarines back in the Navy. Guess he wanted to get used to being 6 feet under, because he's dead. You know, when January Crutches used to serve in the Navy, they said he was very dedicated to what he did. He rose up through the ranks quickly, and he was never late to anything. Not anymore, because he's dead. You know what the only thing smellier than Jimmy Carter's corpses? His wife's. Because she's dead. You know, during the Carter presidency, he had to deal a lot with stagnation. It's a combination of stagnant economic growth and inflation. I guess it's kind of funny that even after all these years, he'll still be dealing with inflation again, because, you know, of the buildup of gases from his decaying corpse. Because he's dead. You know, they're making a sequel to 28 Days Later, and they're calling it 28 Years Later. I guess it's a sequel to Weeks, which is a sequel to Days. I guess it is still a sequel. You know, the point is that they actually cast old Janet Corn Dump in that movie. He'll be playing a zombie because he's dead. Hey, what do you think Jennifer Corncob and his grandson Jeremy Carter have in common? They're both dead because he's dead too. Let's give you some more sips. Yeah. Okay. It's okay. I'm not a big rooibos fan, you know. Rooibos is okay. The color's really nice. It's an easy drink, I guess. It's actually gotten, I think, worse since I was steeping it earlier. I think maybe 48 hours is excessive, because now the apple's been like totally overpowered at this point, which is a little sad. Oh well. Yeah, a state funeral was held for German Corvette on January 9th, and in a pretty controversial decision, his daughter's beloved Siamese cat, Misty Malarkey Yin Yang, wasn't invited to the funeral. Because it's dead. Yeah, it's acceptable-ish. I wouldn't steep it for 48 hours. I would do it for less than that. But it's fine. It's okay. Anyway, you know, thank you all. I'll be here all night, unlike Jimmy Carter, who is dead.